Hey, I'm in Deuteronomy chapter 17, and I want to show you some scriptures here. I want to show you something that the God told the children of Israel. Starting at verse 14 here, that when thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shalt possess it, shalt dwell therein, and shalt say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. But he shall not, who's he talking about? He's talking about the king, right? But he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses. Forasmuch the Lord have said unto you, ye shall henceforth return no more that way. Verse 17, neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away, neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold. And it shall be, when he sitteth upon the throne of his kingdom, that he shall write him a copy of this law in a book, out of that which is before the priests, the Levites. Verse 19, it shall be with him, and he shall read therein all the days of his life, that he may learn to fear the Lord his God, to keep all the words of this law and these statutes, to do them, that his heart be not lifted above his brethren, and that he turn not aside from the commandment to the right hand or to the left, to the end that he may prolong his days in his kingdom, he and his children in the midst of Israel. Okay, sorry, I was just waiting for the camera to focus and wasn't focusing here. It's kind of hard to read through an unfocused camera. But anyways, those were some instructions, right, that God would give the kings of Israel. And one of them was to not multiply wives. Okay, and to have a copy of this law and read it all the days of his life. Okay. So 1 Kings chapter 11. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go in to them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love, and he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God, as was the heart of David, his father. And then it even talks about, Solomon going after Ashtaroth and, doing evil in the sight of the Lord, building up high places, committing abominations, and burning incense. Solomon got into some really wicked stuff. Okay, and Solomon knew, because he was a king, right? He had a copy of the law, what I just read to you in Deuteronomy, and unfortunately, he had a big lust problem, and he went after all these strange women, and he multiplied wives, and his heart, was turned away from God. Look, I'm just pointing out the fact that Solomon knew better, yet willfully sinned. And, he never repented of, he never changed his mind about having 700 wives and 300 concubines and princesses and stuff. Okay. It's pretty crazy. But guess what? Solomon's in heaven because it's faith alone. But I just want to point out here's willful sin, which of course I'm not defending. It was wicked, but it's just a fact. Solomon was willfully sinning, and God allowed him to write Proverbs. Well, most of Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Song of Solomon. Solomon's a saved guy. And he made many mistakes in his life. He got into so many wicked things. The guy was saved by faith alone. Amen.